Coming to you from Seattle tonight, where the roof at Safeco Field has been closed for comfort. Ought to be a good one here between the American League's Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners. Two great second basemen, Altuve and Cano, next on the show. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Leading off tonight for Houston, second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
Now that's that old school slider right there, trying to get in on his hands. We see that with a cutter a lot, but the slider's even more effective because you can't pick up the spin.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled back. Again a 1-2. And another foul ball. Here's another 1-2. Now a flare out toward right center. Coming in is Haniger. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. HR, what's the key for him here tonight?
I'll tell you what, this is one of those pitcher's parks you come in, you go, uh-oh, I could be 0 for 15 if I don't execute. And how do you execute in a pitcher's park? They throw you outside, take that base hit to right field. Don't try to do too much. You do what he gives you, you take what he gives you, and you move on.
And he falls behind now, 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. Just getting started here in Seattle. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Well, that's not a good pitch for him to hit. Look, this fella's got so much power, but you gotta bring the pitch into the zone. Chasing that one there, right there, I'd go back and throw it to him again.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Carlos Beltran is the second out of the opening frame. Marwin Gonzalez is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Here comes the 0-1. This is line to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And the inning extended for George Springer to bat next.
So the first 2 batters of the inning go out, and then
here's George Springer as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. 2 out with the man at first. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
And that ball's not intentional. That was not even a fastball. Relax now, people.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire. Astros leave 1. Now it'll be the M's turn. No score. Gene Segura standing in. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Under it is Marisnick, 1 away.
Batting second baseman.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. Aoki is right there as he takes it for the second out.
Batting third, designated hitter.
Standing in, Nelson Cruz. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Oh, he chased a bad pitch that time. It's strike 1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
That's a great check swing. That's tough to hold up on that pitch. It looks like a fastball, and the slider just breaks away from you. He's held up, though. Strong hands. Ooh, that was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. We'll head to inning number. Digging in, Evan
Leading off for
Gaddis. He'll
Houston.
lead it off here to begin the second.
Evan Gaddis.
And a fastball's in there for strike one.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball just a bit up.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Good changeup in the dirt. Strike three. Zunino gathers it, but the throw is late, and he's aboard after the strikeout. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. And a quick step off here, hoping to catch that runner leaning, but he's back easily. From the stretch. And this is taken outside for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Pretty good cut there, but it's to 2-1 now. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. Valencia is there, and he's got it for the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Batting 7.
Here's Jake
Left
Marisnick.
fielder.
First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. And this is going to be a foul ball. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a little tapper. Here's another 0-2. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
That is the 4th foul ball of this AB right here. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Here he comes again, 1-2. And another pitch is hit foul as the battle continues here. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, you talk about fighting. He's fouling balls off, fouling them off in a 1-2 count. He finally took a ball right there. I wonder if he feels more confident or he wants to keep swinging.
3-2 now.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out. Standing in, Nori Aoki. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a liner. But this is a foul ball. Too high there and maybe a bit outside as well. 2-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning. At the plate, Kyle Seager. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Oh, right there. Sometimes you can just miss a ball. Doesn't mean you have to swing and miss, but that ball's right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't square it up the way he'd like to. He missed it.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing at a bat at that pitch.
So it's a backwards K on the changeup that time. Kyle Seager becomes the first out here in the bottom of the second. Ben Gamble stands in as he swings and misses for strike one. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Ben Gamble becomes out number 2 this inning. Springer has a read on it, and that's the third out. Mariners are down in order. Stepping up to the plate, Yulieski Gurriel, and he'll start out there half of the third, top of the order to follow. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And the pitch. And this is lined into left field, and the leadoff man will reach. It's a base hit. Ready for another chance. Jose Altuve, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A ground ball to third, and they could get 2. Cano for 1. On to first, not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw. Digging in for his second at-bat, Carlos Beltran, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike. Little dribbler down the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. And that'll get down for a base hit. Altuve rounds the corner and is headed home. But no, he puts on the brakes and will head back to first. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. A swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, George Springer, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Lifted into the air to shallow center. In there, a base hit. In to score, the runner from third. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Well, that was just a good pitch. He was able to fight it off and drop it in to pick up 2 runs right there. Nice job of fighting the ball off and finding a hole.
Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out.
Well, he's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Runners off for second. This is on the ground over to first. And he thought about going to second, but he'll go to first instead. Now at the plate, Danny Valencia. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. Here's a ball swung on and hit high and deep down the left field line. And this will stay fair. Home run. Striding into the box, Mike Zunino, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Fouled back.
Man, he's flirting with danger. He gave up a home run on that very same pitch, and this time he comes right back with it in another dangerous location. He better be careful.
No outs, nobody on. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Mike Zunino is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Comes set and the 0-1. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. Altuve at second. He's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, Gene Segura. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. And he lays off there 1-0.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Mariners able to get one back. So stepping in, Alex Bregman. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Third baseman number 2, Alex Bregman.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. 0-1 count. Here it comes. And this is fouled at the plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
2 strikes.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. There's Jake Marisnick. He'll get his shot next. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Zunino has it. And the throw is there to record the first out.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again. Jake Marisnick comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
I like that check swing. He started to offer at the off-speed pitch, but he recognized it and was able to hold up.
1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
Again, he sends it out of play. Now another 1-2. Hit out towards second. Scooped up on the backhand. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Into the box.
Nori
Aoki. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
That's that controversial pitch right there. It's in the zone. Should be called a strike by the book, but it's not a strike in baseball. Not in the big leagues anyway.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. Into the box now, Robinson Cano. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. That one is out of here. This game is tied. So digging in now, Nelson Cruz 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there, a ball and a strike. Now some action out in the Houston bullpen as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. Changeup. Good pitch there. 1-2. And that's swung on and fouled straight back.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there. Two-strike fastball on the corner of the plate. He's able to foul it off. Nice job.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. First time up, he went down looking. In the air to straightaway right. Aoki is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder.
Stepping in, Ben Gamel. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Here's the 1-1. This is on the ground over to first. Gurriel scoops it up. The tag, and he is out. Mariners strike back to tie things. Stepping into the box, Yulieski Gurriel. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie.
Yulieski Gurriel.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Here it comes, 0-2. On, he pops it up, drifting just beyond the infield. And there to take this one in is Cano for the first out.
The second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Sent on the ground out to second. Cano has it in time to first, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 15.
Here's Carlos Beltran. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball called for strike 2.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the two-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready with another 0-2. And this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and that'll hold the count at 0-2. And with the big pitch here, he'll step off and rethink things. The 0-2 once more. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Line towards center field. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. He takes the turn and heads for second. Around second is Beltran. He's headed for third. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
Yeah, maybe a shot here now with 2 away. They finally get another base runner on. He's stranded 6 in a row prior to this point, so he's had his way with these guys for the past couple of innings.
Hit down the third base line. This is foul for the first strike. The 0-1 pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. And he'll step off here and make sure he doesn't have any ideas over there at third. Oh, 0-2, here it is. Squared that one up just a little late. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 3-2 ball game. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
Center fielder, number 4.
Here's George Springer. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. And double-barreled action now in the Mariner bullpen as both a left-hander and a right-hander start to throw. Couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees. It's strike 1.
Matt, I thought they were working around him right here, and he went out and swung at a ball that wasn't even in the zone. So now he's letting his pride get in the way. If they're going to walk you, let them walk you.
You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple. Lay off that slider and make him bring up something straight in the strike zone.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And my goodness, that nearly got him as he had to back away from it. It's ball 3.
Well, giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that last pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with his release point right now. He doesn't know where it's going, and he knows it.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
A little bouncer. Another payoff pitch. Just hung in there on that one. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Now here comes the Mariner skipper out to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Ready now, Mitch Haniger. He's 0 for 1 thus far. High pop-up.
Mitch Haniger.
And there's your first out of the inning.
The batter, first baseman.
Stepping up now, Danny Valencia. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around. Springer giving chase. But he won't get there. It falls in.
That ball was down below the zone, and he still stayed with it and drove it back up the.
Here now is Mike Zunino as he'll take a look at ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Pitch on its way now to Zunino, and he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
He might have been setting him up with that high fastball to change his eye level. Now he's got him set up. Maybe he'll go down the zone.
And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
The center fielder,
here comes the first pitch. Gerard Dyson checks his swing here on the first pitch, and it's 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed 2-1.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Swing and a looper to left. Marisnick is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Evan Gattis now standing in. The numbers head-to-head with Steve Cishek. He's 2 for 4. He's taken him deep once. And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Late that time for a strike. Brian McCann will grab a bat.
Hitting for the Astros, number 16, Brian McCann.
Swinging a soft liner, and that's going to be a base hit from McCann. So the Astros put a man aboard to get the inning underway.
Well, he just stayed with that and just kind of flipped it out there. Nasty pitch, but he stayed on it and got just enough to get the hit.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
A lot of base hits up the middle. Set your sights up the alleys and try to take.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Edwin Diaz is going to get the call. And something of a surprising move here is that Josh Reddick will get a chance to swing the bat here, and he'll do it in a good spot as he has runners at first and second and nobody out in the inning. And that one swung on and missed 0-1. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Gamble is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out. And he will make it back to second and be content with holding on there.
The right fielder, number
Here's
3.
Nori Aoki. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And that's through. A base hit. McCann is on his way home. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third.
Well, that one's going to load the bases up. They held the runner up.
Standing in now, Yulieski Gurriel, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. A.J. Reed.
Hitting for Houston.
3-2's our score here in inning number 6. Mark Zepchinski was called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only one man out. Way out in front. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone, but if you're a guy that induces a lot.
Now, meanwhile, this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. 1 run scores. And the throw's going to hold that second runner over at third, so they'll just plate the 1 here. So bases are loaded. Nowhere to put him with 1 away. And striding in, the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Carlos Beltran, 2 for 3 for him so far, including a triple. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Well, that's such a great pitch for the pitcher. It's so hard to lay off a changeup when you're looking for the fastball on the first pitch, and clearly he was looking fastball.
And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
Wow, I love to watch a guy who's not afraid to move a hitter's feet. You work inside like that, all of a sudden guys aren't likely to dive out over the plate.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases low. So it's 1 run on 4 hits, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. A.J. Reed.
Ryan McCann.
First offering on its way. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Comes set with the 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. 50th pitch of the game on its way. Fastball, and he's got to duck away for dear life. There. Misses, ball 2.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last two were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
And that changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4. Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. Leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. And that misses for ball 1.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
Look into McCann, the 1-1. Swings through the slider there.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Ball 2. Throw over to the bag. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you can do with that slider breaking down and in unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out. Joe Musgrove.
Nelson Cruz.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Nelson Cruz stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Fouled back. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. And 2-2.
It looked like he tried to get him to chase on that pitch there, 1-2. A good idea, but I think now he has to challenge him a little bit. He doesn't want to get into a worse situation with the cleanup guy up next.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with the fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Nelson Cruz is sent packing for the 3rd time today. Fouled back. One and one. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1.
He's pitching him with the respect of the power hitting left-hander that he is. If you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me the opposite direction. I like the strategy.
And he is in there.
Infield single, as innocent as it may sound, that might be a rally starter right there.
Left fielder.
And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
It's a big at bat. You're down 2 right here, and they're sitting with runners in scoring position. Put the ball in play. He's got to pick up something. Just keep the chain moving. It's a big at bat.
And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Striding in once again, Mitch Haniger, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded.
Now
Danny
playing
Espinosa
right field,
will stick around
number
as he'll
6.
take over in right field.
Danny Espinosa.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Leading off for Houston.
Swing and a miss, but he's right on here.
Marwin
1 strike.
Gonzalez.
Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. The 0-2 home. Cue shot here out towards short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting.
Here's George
Center fielder.
Springer. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First offering on its way. Just a tick behind for a strike. 7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. And that'll split the gap, as it should be extra bases. On his way to second is Springer. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead and give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference, so double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility.
A little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Gamble is over to his right, and he puts this one away for out number 2. And he will make it back to second and be content with holding on there.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Alex Bregman. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And there's the 4th wide one, so he's aboard on the intentional walk. Digging in for his second at-bat, Josh Reddick. Lifetime versus this pitcher. Hitless in 3 at-bats. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Man, I'm looking down at the bullpen. There's nobody getting up. This is his game right here. I know he's in big trouble, but he's going to have to suck it up and go get him.
A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
3-1.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Now both runners on the move. And this is going to be a foul ball. Count is full. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the. Digging in and looking for more, Danny Valencia. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Altuve ranging into the outfield, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The catcher,
Here now is
3.
Mike Zunino. He struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
You know what I've been impressed with? He's really used that fastball to his advantage, and he's recognized the fact he's throwing it by people. So he's continued to dominate with that heater and not check off of it much.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Ready for another shot now. Gerard Dyson. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And this is fouled back and out of play. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. On the ground up the middle. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Digging in to try it again, Nori Aoki. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8. Here's a bouncing ball now headed for the shortstop, Segura. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
First baseman number 23.
And here's the big left-handed bat of A.J. Reed. Looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Goes the other way as this is lined to left. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder closed, and just rips the pitch for a 2-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers.
Please.
Tony Zitch gets the call as he'll pitch with one gone in the top of the 8th.
Tony Zitch.
And the slider swung on and chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Falling for it, Gamble. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Here's Carlos
15.
Beltran. He comes in with a couple of hits, including a triple in 4 at-bats. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
Boy, not a good swing there. That was really ugly. Anytime you can make a hitter look like that, you've done something special.
Did it look to you? Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate.
Well, that's a big base hit right there. And now you got a 3-run lead. You always play to beat that bloop and that blast that can hurt you late in the game. And now they've got that cushion.
Marwin Gonzalez is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd. Here's another 2-2. Runner goes for second. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 2-2 one more time. And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. And no one will track it down. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will land foul. Another try at 2-2. He'll try it again from first. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance. Gene Segura standing in. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far.
The shortstop, Gene.
In there for strike 1.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Here's a high pop-up. Under it is Altuve, and he's got it for the 1st out.
The batter, second baseman.
Here's Robbie Cano now. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0.
Well, they're running out of time. It's the 8th inning. They got to get some runners on and maybe come up with a big home run. But 3 runs down in the 8th. They got to execute. The outs are a premium.
And there's out number 2.
Now batting.
Here's Nelson Cruz.
Nelson Cruz.
Here's the first pitch to him. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. And he misses again, 2-0.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1-2. Digging in once again, George Springer. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Now a hard liner toward short. Lands in for a base hit, and he's 3 for 5 in this one.
Well, they came in this half inning hoping they could add some insurance to their lead. Nothing better than getting that first guy on to get things going.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. James Prazos takes the ball here as he'll enter with a run.
Number 47, Shane.
Here comes the 1-0. Takes a high fastball for a strike. A runner at first with no outs here. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Here comes the payoff pitch. This is flared out towards second. To second for 1. On to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
Now batting.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He was given a free pass via the intentional walk last time. Line drive to left. And he'll reach down to make the play on the run. A fine defensive effort. Ready once again. Kyle Seager will be the one to get us going here in the Tony Sip. If the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. Guillermo Heredia will get up off the bench to lead off the home half of the ninth. And they've certainly got their work cut out for them here, so he'll just need to work on getting aboard. The 1-0 delivery. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Look into McCann, the 1-1. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Bouncer down the line, but it gets fouled. He'll try again, 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Altuve onto the grass, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Ben Gamel, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
He's clearly not seeing the ball right now. 2 pitches, 2 check swings. You just don't see that very often.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
I love the effort on the play right there. The jump throw from the shortstop just didn't get to first base on time.
Right fielder.
Digging in the switch hitter, Danny Espinosa. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. Runners on first with 1 down. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And they've got the runner trapped in a hot box between second and third now. And he is out on the tag. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he holds up on this one, but it's a called strike 3. And with that, the ball game is over. 5-2, the final score tonight. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way Now from Safeco Field in Seattle, MLB The Show is on the air. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Seattle Mariners. The two men you see there go head-to-head coming up next. Standing in, A.J. Pollock. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
For Arizona, center fielder A.J. Pollock.
And we are now underway from Seattle as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Temperature starting to drop as the sun goes down. 56 degrees here at first pitch. And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. He broke off a really nice breaking ball down in the zone right there. And even though this is one of the best hitters around, he waved right through it.
I like the call for the two-strike changeup. You got to make a better pitch. He got away with one right there.
And a fastball is swung on and missed, and there is your first out of the contest. With that, the batting order for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. What's this lineup have to do tonight in order to get a W here on the road, HR?
Matt, they're facing an excellent pitcher. Look, and what great pitchers do, they get stronger as the game goes on. So to me, you got to get him early. I want to see if they take pitches, maybe try to work the count a little bit, get that pitch count up, and maybe see if they can get him weaker as he goes deeper into the game. But it's going to be a challenge, no doubt.
Oh, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Heredia, well, range to his left and put it away. 2 down.
First baseman number 44.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. The 0-1 delivery. And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him.
What makes hitting so difficult is covering both sides of the plate. And that hard pitch right there that was inside makes it awfully tough now to cover both the inside and the outside part of the plate. That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
High in the air out to center field. Giving chase is Heredia. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing here. Gene Segura standing in. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading
first.
up for the Mariners, the shortstop, Gene
couldn't quite hold back
Segura.
that time as the changeup fooled him for strike one. And now a pitch on the way. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Here comes Peralta. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. And now a quick look at the Mariners starting lineup in this one. What's this club need to focus on this evening, H?
Well, Matt, they got a great pitcher on the mound. So to me, my philosophy changes when I know he's throwing. I only need a couple runs. So I get that leadoff guy on. I may move him up and drive in a run every time I get an opportunity. And then it just relaxes him on the mound as well, knowing he's got a couple runs early and let him do his thing.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Looked to be a pitch that caught a lot of the plate right there, so that might be a little indication of the strike zone we can expect the rest of the way.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first. Here's Nelson Cruz now. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Line towards center field. Pollock is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Batting fourth.
Standing in, Kyle Seager. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Boy, man, I tell you, that looked like a good pitch right there. That looked like that pitch was in the zone. He just missed it.
And this is fouled back and out of play. 2 out with the man at first. Fastball in the dirt, and that's going to get away. And you can forget about the double play now as the runner moves up to second base. To 2-2 now.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Payoff pitch on its way. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Right side. The tag, and he is out. Mariners come up empty first time around. We played an inning in Seattle. No score. In now, Jake Lamb will start things out against James Paxton as we get the inning underway. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. And now a pitch on the way. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. Here's J.D. Martinez. Into the windup and the pitch. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0. Got his 2-0 fastball, but he was way behind. 2-1. Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1.
3-1. This guy, whoo, he's a good hitter. This is the kind of count gets him excited.
Swing, strike 2.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
And he chased it in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning. Here's Chris Owings now. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Lays off 1-0. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Swing and a liner, but this is a foul ball. No score here as we play inning number 2. And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. At the plate, Mitch Haniger. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Right fielder, Mitch.
Popped high in the air. Owings is there for it. 1 out.
Well, let's take a look at the Diamondbacks defense, brought to you by Majestic. And in the outfield, David Peralta, one of the great stories in baseball. Look, this guy was a pitcher, couldn't get to the big leagues as a pitcher, went to independent ball and redid himself, put himself in the outfield, and became a pretty good hitter. One thing for sure, we know he can throw it.
And the Mariners have themselves their first base hit.
A lot of base hits up the middle. Set your sights up the alleys and try to take it back up the middle hard like he did.
Stepping in now, Danny Valencia. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there. It's strike one.
Man, did that fool him. What a great pitch. That was an ugly swing, wasn't it?
Here's a look over to first. Bottom of the second here with no score. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Back goes Martinez. A leaping effort, and he brings it in. 2 away now after a great effort. On to first, a double play. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. We've played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Digging in, Brandon Drury, 7-8-9, bottom of the order, set to go here in the third. Fastball in there for a called strike.
He looks really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
And oh, look out as the cutter ran way in and just about drilled him. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And the changeup just missed the inside corner.
You know, when you haven't gotten a guy on base yet in the entire game, a 3-ball count kind of feels like a little mini rally. Let's see if he can get on.
And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now. 3-2. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Striding in, Daniel Descalso, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. So a rather weak start to the at-bat as he misses badly there. It's 0-1. Here it comes. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. Zunino gathers it, and the throw to first is there to record the second out.
Batting ninth, the catcher.
So digging in now, Jeff Mathis. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
Now a curveball, but he might have flown open a bit. It's 1-1. On the ground to third. Seager fields it cleanly. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. Home half of the third. Here now is Mike Zunino. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Number 3.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Nice 2-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Mathis waits on it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gene Segura. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Drury ranging into the outfield. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Striding in once again, A.J. Pollock comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Fielder, number 11.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Well, he's been throwing the ball pretty well so far, but right here, 3 balls to the leadoff guy to maybe get them a chance to get them going. He's just got to come back, make them swing the bat. I'd rather see him earn his way on the base by swinging the bat instead of a walk. He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Haniger moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
The right fielder, number 6.
Ready for another chance? David Peralta. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
First baseman
Digging in for his second at-bat, Paul Goldschmidt. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike. 0-1 pitch on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Weak chopper up the line. That winds up foul for the second strike.
Back-to-back changeups, and he fouled that one off right there. I don't think he's going to come back with the third one. I got to be thinking some other pitch is coming.
And that's going to be high. 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Zunino has it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So striding forward now, Robinson Cano. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Well, they have been really aggressive swinging early in the count, early in this game, and that's twofold. You're either not going to get a high pitch count from the pitcher, which could go against you, or you're going to knock him out. We're coming right after you and being aggressive. Right now, I think they're just being aggressive.
A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Now at the plate, Nelson Cruz. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
Fouled back. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3. Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
And that's outside. He lost him. Ball 4. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
First pitch breaking.
Standing in now, Mitch Haniger as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. The 0-1 pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
Inside as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Digging in to try it again, Ben Gamel. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th.
Gamel.
Throw over to third here, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. One left for Seattle through 4. Still tied, nothing. Into the box now, Jake Lamb. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff. I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Stepping into the box, J.D. Martinez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Well, he's got a double play situation right here. If he can get the ball down, everything's been up. So I'm not really looking for a double play. It might take 2 or 3 hitters to get out of this jam.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. Here's Chris Owings now. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Chris Owings.
Bouncer down the line. That rolls foul for strike 1. Diamondbacks still searching for that first hit of the ball game. Called strike 0-2.
Oh, he hung him one right there. Curveball right down the middle. Those balls go a long way. He must have been looking for something else.
Here's the 0-2. That misses. 1-2.
Well, there's that classic strikeout pitch. The changeup down just didn't get him to go after it.
No runs, no hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. Settling in now, Brandon Drury. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Brandon Drury.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He's gone back-to-back with off-speed stuff to start this AB, and neither has found the zone. He's trying to pitch him backwards, but that only works if you can get them for strikes.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Now at the plate, Ben Gamble. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Left fielder, Ben Gamble.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pollock has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, first baseman.
Ready now, Danny Valencia. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Here we are in the middle innings, Matt, and he's over 80% first pitch strikes on hitters. You wonder why he's dominating right now. That's a great ratio, getting ahead and getting them out.
And this pitch sails behind him at the plate as he has to arch his back that time. It's ball 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. The 2-2 one more time. Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2. On deck, the big bat of Mike Zunino. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And that's in there, base hit.
No respect. They know you're struggling, so they came right at you with the fastball.
Here now is Mike Zunino. hit the other way out toward right field. After it is Peralta. 2 down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. That'll bring in Guillermo Heredia now. He popped out in his first trip. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit back up the middle. Owings down on the ground. And give it up on a phenomenal play to retire the side. One for the highlight reel as they get the force play to get him out of trouble. Dan, Harold, and I are back in Seattle in just. Digging in to try it again. Daniel Descalso comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Ketel Marte will grab a bat.
Hitting for Arizona, number 4, Ketel Marte.
A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Ready with the 0-2. A fastball that just misses inside.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Seager at third. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The catcher, number 2.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jeff Mathis. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now this is chopped fouled at home plate. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there. And now we're late in the game. He continues to pound the outside pitch. And it's really working out for him.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A fastball that finds the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
The 0-1 pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Boy, Matt, he's making this good team look silly. He's about 1 pitch away. I mean, 1 good strike.
And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing. Digging in once again, Gene Segura. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Gene Segura.
Into the windup and the pitch. Here's a line drive out to left center, and this is going to get down for a leadoff base hit.
Well, that first pitch single right there is something we haven't seen much this game. Maybe they'll be more aggressive now, jumping first pitch instead of finding themselves in the hole. A lot of the at-bats we've seen in this game so far.
Pitch out, nothing doing. Nobody out, runner on first. And a whiff at a good slider that time. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. First delivery to him on the way. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike one becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at-bat.
And a quick step off here, hoping to catch that runner leaning, but he's back easily. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Runners on first with one down. Soft liner towards center, and that'll get down for a base hit.
2 strikes on him, and he flips one out to center field. You couldn't have thrown that any
Third
better.
baseman number 15.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
Man, the Mariners have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game long. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. First and second now, one man out. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And this is fouled back and out of play. Ready now. 2-strike pitch on its way. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Grounded to first. Taken in by Goldschmidt, and he is out on the tag.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing to do is just go ahead and tag the guy like that. Hey, there's a lot more that can go wrong when you try to throw to the pitcher or the second baseman covering.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Mitch Haniger stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up. Ball 2. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Comes set, now the pitch. He pops up the changeup, heading out towards shallow right. Drury is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Mariners leave a couple. Striding in once again, David Peralta. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Now here it comes. Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike 1.
Now that's a good curveball. That's the old 12 to 6 from midnight to 6 a.m. And he's doing it all day.
In there at the letters, 1 and 2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Hit on the ground toward the left. There is Seager. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance. Jake Lamb comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Boy, he's been great in this one. He's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
And a check swing here. They'll point down to the third base umpire, but no swing on that one. It's ball 1. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. He'll try and get some. Something started in the home, and now some action in that Arizona bullpen as it looks like they'll have both a lefty and a righty up to throw. Line drive to center field, and this inning starts with a solid base hit. So it's an inning opening single to kick off their half of the 7th.
Well, that big leadoff hit right there really sets the table for them with an opportunity to take the lead. The rest of the game.
Now here comes the Arizona skipper up out of the dugout. Archie Bradley enters the ball game to replace the starter, and some may feel he was pulled a bit prematurely.
Yeah, and I'm sure the lefty wants to stay out there too. But this is one of those situations where the manager felt it was time to start playing the matchup game. With the right-handed batter up next, they're hoping this right-handed pitcher gives them a better chance to get an out.
First offering on its way. Now a flare out toward right center. Here comes Peralta. 1 down. Now he'll throw back to first, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Ready once again, Mike Zunino. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. Gamble rounds third and is digging for the plate, and the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home.
Well, that single right there moves runners to first and third in less than 2 outs, and he's been throwing a terrific game. Shutout.
Into the box now, Guillermo Heredia, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
Ready with the 0-1. Ball shot foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Pollock has a read on it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. Throw won't get him, and they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Hey, putting together good at-bats late in the games can really help out. And how about this sac fly right here? Good at-bat that leads to his team getting the lead here in the late innings.
Gene Segura is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
You know what I've been impressed with? He's really used that fastball to his advantage, and he's recognized the fact he's throwing it by people.
Now a ball hit high in the air and deep down the line in left. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. A swing, and it's popped in the air back behind first. Drury will put this one away, and the side is retired. Pick up a run on 2 hits. Now in the box, J.D. Martinez. He struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. And, Ben, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. But this will land out there just foul.
It looks like fatigue's not going to be a factor for him. He's still popping the glove in the high 90s, and we're late in the game right now, Matt.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Got him. 4 outs away from his date with history. stepping up to the plate, Brendan Drury. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. And that swung on and missed for strike one.
Well, Matt, we're talking about first pitch strike, right? Look, it's not great what he's been doing, but he's over 60% of the time. First pitch is going to be a strike. That's a nice little nugget to have if you're the starting pitcher.
Here it comes on 1-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Hey, one thing's clear. He's not afraid to pitch inside, right? One pitch ducks him away, then he comes right back with another one. So clearly this pitcher, he's not afraid to work that inner half of the plate. Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. Diamond. Standing in, Robinson Cano. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Second baseman.
And a neck-high fastball that time. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Here's the 1-1 now to Cano. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Now batting.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. A hit in 2 tries so far. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Now here it comes. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. Ready for another shot now. Kyle Seager. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Seager. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Diamondbacks, number 40.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
Well, that slider right there, that's what makes him tough against the left-handers. That pitch is almost impossible to hit.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
That's some good hitting right there. Great eyes. I mean, to recognize that and lay off it right now, that was nice.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Pretty sure there wasn't any ill will behind that pitch, considering he has 2 strikes on him. Just got away from him from what I could tell.
On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is. And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And this is fouled into the seats over from first. The 0-1. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
He's feeling it out there on the mound. Just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now. In now, Jeff Mathis. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Hit hard down the right field line, but a foul ball. The 0-1. Swings through it for strike number 2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now. Digging in, A.J. Pollard. He is the final man standing in the way of possible history here tonight. On the ground to the left side. Backhanded. And they get the force, and that will officially do it. It's a no-hitter.
Well, it's something that every pitcher who's ever picked up a baseball dreams about, and he's done it. A no-hit gem in one of the most dominant performances I've seen in a while. He's in the record books forever now.
Well, obviously, after a no-hitter, there's not a whole lot of debate as to the identity of our top player of the game.
Well, when you rack up a whole boatload of strikeouts like he did here, there's not much of a debate to be had. He was fun to watch, and I'm excited to see how he backs it up next time.